So are you a fan of the fragrances of WIDIAN? WIDIAN as a house is a house that I haven't fully embraced yet. They have a huge catalog of fragrances. There are some that I like that I've smelled in passing, but on the channel I haven't really done a lot of reviews on this house. The last time I spoke about a fragrance from this house was Banillas, almost 2 years ago. This is one of the most gorgeous bottles, I think, in this beautiful red. But they now have a new fragrance that I want to talk to you guys about. It's simply called Granada, this one right here. And it's a fragrance created by Hamid Merati-Kashani. The fragrance is selling over at Lucky Scent, and I want to tell you all about this fragrance that I feel like will be perfect for someone looking for a spicy, woody, aromatic fragrance. So if you're curious to learn about Granada, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. We're talking about WIDIAN's Granada. This is it right here. Are you a fan of WIDIAN? Do let me know if you are. Do let me know what are your favorite fragrances from this house. That I'd like to find out more. There are a few fragrances that I enjoyed from passing, and Granada is the latest release from this house, and we're going to talk about it today in this video. So the fragrances are sold at Lucky Scent. I have a link in the info box, and there is a discount code there as well. This did come out late last year. It's a 2023 launch. Once again, another fragrance created by Hamid Merati-Kashani. He stays pretty busy, this perfumer. He's done quite a bit last year, and this is one of the latter ones he did in 2023. This I would consider a woody, spicy fragrance, but also very aromatic. Retails for 50 ml at $269 over at Lucky Scent. And as I said, I have it linked in the info box, and there's a discount code there. It does come in Extrait de Parfum concentration. So as I was testing this fragrance out, I came to realize even though it's a unisex offering, it does lean masculine. And the way I consider it leans masculine, the types of notes that are featured in this fragrance. So WIDIAN's Granada features notes of bergamot, juniper, oakmoss, pink and black pepper, cinnamon, amber, patchouli, musk, cedarwood, vetiver Haiti, raspberry, labdanum, and rose. I do have to say the rose is pretty non-existent for me. And the way the fragrance wears is very aromatic and spicy, and also overdosed in woods. There's lots of woods here, and I feel like it's a nice combination of a very fresh bergamot. When you first spritz the fragrance, this is what you have the blast of, and then it develops into the aromatics and the earthy woods and the spices. Lots of fresh spices here. It's quite peppery. When you first spray the fragrance, it does get, citrusy with the bergamot, but like instantly you get to experience the spiciness, the peppery spiciness of the pink and black pepper. While you're wearing it, there's a bit of a peppery, minty freshness in here as well. And even though they don't mention the note of mint, there's something going on with the different types of notes that are in here that kind of come off a bit herbal, minty, but very, very fresh. Eventually, though, this fragrance does settle to more of a ambery, woody experience. It does warm up. So there's the note of cinnamon in here. It comes off cinnamony, but not in a way that it smells like the holidays, cinnamon spice and things like that. It's just the way the cinnamon is kind of incorporated in here and blended in with the other spices and the herbs and the aromatics and the woods. And it warms up the fragrance, but not overly warm. Like this, I wouldn't call this like a extremely warm ambery. It's basically in its latter stages that it becomes warm, when it's kind of like settling on your skin and you've burned through the top and the heart notes. But overall, though, the fragrance is quite spicy. It's an overdose of spices, aromatics, definitely the idea of the juniper coming in, creating its really kind of crystal clean, sharp metallic qualities, along with all those spices and the earthy woods and notes in here as well. I feel like it's an easier fragrance to wear. Somebody that's looking for something that can smell great. They can take it and spritz it on and go, you know, with their day. It's that kind of a fragrance. This I wouldn't consider to be something that's uber challenging and things like that. It's an easier fragrance to wear. It's the kind of fragrance you would spritz on day in and day out. You smell great with this really nice woody, spicy, aromatic fragrance that has the peppery touches, the juniper touches, and the freshness of the bergamot and the spices and herbs. And then throughout the day, you'd get, you know, pleasant. I would consider this something more like a crowd pleaser because the reactions have been quite positive with people. Although nobody really came out and said you smell great like a compliment or anything, but I would ask people about the scent, and the reactions with people were quite positive. And the reason I say this leans masculine once again is the kind of notes that are in here. I feel like it just kind of leans into the masculine side of the, you know, the fragrance. It's not leaning feminine whatsoever, and it's these type of notes that I would consider more of a masculine. Now, you might be a woman that enjoys these kind of aromatic, spicy, woody kind of notes, and you might, you know, find this very interesting. But I feel like this is perfect for a man that's looking for these kind of, you know, spicy, woody fragrances that have these herbal aromatic touches and things like that, and they would spritz and, you know, wear it day in and day out. So it's an easier kind of a fragrance to wear. I don't find it to be very challenging. It has great longevity, but this is not beast mode. I wouldn't consider this to be something that fills a room up or anything like that. It's just a really nice, pleasant, peppery, spicy, woody fragrance that eventually settles to a bit of warmth when everything about it is pretty fresh and invigorating up top when you first spray this fragrance. A couple of things I want to say. If you're into the idea of fragrances like Thomas de Monaco's Grand Beau, Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Gentle Fluidity Silver, Ormonde Jayne's Ormonde Man, Chanel Paris Edinbourg, and then finally Jeroboam's Origino, you're probably going to like this. It's kind of in that same ballpark. Not identical, but, you know, similar notes, similar ideas, aromatics, woods, and spices together for a very pleasant wear, and something that you would put spritz on and smell great wearing it. Again, it's not anything challenging, but now I want to kind of explore the brand further because I've now reviewed two fragrances from the house, Banias and also Granada. Tell me what I should smell next, because I know this fragrance house has some really, really great fragrances, and I'd like to go and see what else is out there. They do, you know, release some really wonderful offerings. So if you have your favorites, do let me know. Put a comment down below. And also, if you know Granada or Banias, let me know if you're a fan of these two fragrances. I feel like both of them are kind of the fragrances that are in that kind of aromatic, spicy, woody direction, and both of them do seem to be leaning on the masculine side. So if you're into the idea of those kind of fragrances, definitely check these two fragrances out. And also, don't forget to visit Lucky Scent. I have a link in the info box where you can find a discount code for this fragrance as well. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's review on WIDIAN's Granada. Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. Have you discovered it yet? Are you a fan of this type of woody, spicy, aromatic fragrance? And what do you think about Hamid Merati-Kashani? What are your favorite fragrances from this perfumer over at Firmenich? She does do quite a lot of work, doesn't he? A very nice person I've met a couple times here and there at various different shows, and of course he's definitely released something really great quality here for someone that's interested in wearing great woody, spicy, aromatic fragrance. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. As I said, if you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.